What's up, T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I am here with my Summer House Martha's Vineyard Season 2 Episode 2 review. So, the house plans on having a decades party where they dress up in different, decades or whatever, and Noelle is hosting this. And let me just say right off rip, Noelle is a great new cast member. Like, whoever casted her did a phenomenal job because she fits in seamlessly. Like, it doesn't even seem like she didn't even know half of the other people. Like, she just fits in, and she's so beautiful. I actually went on her Instagram page. She is gorgeous. I was like, okay, Miss Thing. So on the way back from the yacht, little ride or whatever, Nick is in the car with Summer and some other people, and he like grabs her arm and was like, this is me, like touching she, and she was like, okay, I know. Look, let me just tell, Stephen Urkel is a little bit weird to me. Like, his vibe is very weird. Like, I don't think that he's a straight up weirdo or anything, but maybe he just doesn't know how to read the room or women, but I don't know. But he needs to fall back because it's giving weirdo vibes, even though I don't think he's a weird person. But he's thirsty. He do too much. You got a whole woman and you up here touching on other girls and stuff like that. Why is you touching this girl arm? Like, why? What is the point? What are you doing? Like, sit your back, put your seatbelt on, and go to sleep until we pull up to the house. Like, what are you doing? So we learned that Simon is coming. Bria's boyfriend, Simon, is coming from Germany or wherever. She has not seen him in a month. And I was like, here we go again. Summer tells Bria that Jasmine is pregnant. She was like, cause her boobs are huge. Like, she pregnant. And I was like, duh. Like, I still don't get why she just won't come out and say that she is, but to each their own. It's her body. She can do whatever she wants. Alex talks about Summer to Amir and Nick, and he says that she might be clinging to the expectation that we're supposed to be something. But after we left the house, I was very open to get to know her more. But there were also things very early on. I was like, I don't feel this is it. Like, the first time we hung out, you sneak and take a picture of me and send it to Jordan. He was like, that was a red flag to him. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she was just really excited about the fact that y'all was spending time with each other or whatever. It was a little on the childish side, But I want to know, like, how did he end things with her? Like, did he just ghost her? Did he say, hey, I ain't looking for nothing serious? Like, I want to know, how did he end things with her? Because I don't think that there was a clean cut break. And maybe he should have said to her, yo, that kind of bothered me that you did that. Just be honest about it. Like, that was kind of weird, Nick then, once again, back on his weirdo shit, says, well, are you gonna rebeat? And they was like, what is a rebeat? He was like, that's when, you already beat it up, and then you need to go back and rebeat it again. First of all, who came up with that? That's something he made up, because I ain't never heard nobody else say that. He made that up. His corny ass made that shit up one night and was like, ooh, this is gonna be a thing, a rebeat. Like, don't nobody even say they beat it up. This ain't 1992. It's be like, I hit, I smash, we, you know what I'm saying? We made love or whatever. Don't nobody like, I beat it up. Like, you so lame and just whack. Anywho, so he told me so, because she's a baddie, you have to. So Amir in his confessional was like, why are you telling him to rebeat? Is it because you want to? And obviously that's the case. And it's like, he is so thirsty for these other girls in his house that ain't checking for him at all. You got a woman that actually wants your ass, and you treat her like she don't even matter to you. Like, you need to be happy somebody like you. It's like, he's not an ugly man by any means necessary, but like, you're a dork. And there's nothing wrong with dorks. I like dorks, but like, understand that that's who you are, sir. Like, pause. After that, they end up doing the little decades party. They then go and change because they're going to go swim, but then it starts to rain. So they decide to play like this little drinking game. And the first question that comes up, I think Amir pulled it, and it was like, who is the worst dresser out of the group? And his question was posed to somebody else in the group, but it was not Summer. But Summer takes it upon herself to be like, Shanice. And so everybody was like, dang. Even Noelle in her confessional was like, ain't that supposed to be your girl? Like, that's so your friend. And you just immediately said her name, and the question wasn't even posed to you. Like, okay, note taken. Because remember, she's Summer's friend. That's how she got invited onto the show and in the house and all of that stuff. So Shanice is over in the kitchen making drinks, and she finds out that this was said about her. And she was like, who said that? And Summer was like, I did, or whatever. And so Shanice was like, why am I the worst dressed? Because I'm the realest one and y'all were fake. And I was like, ooh, DH Gate, DH8, AliExpress. So Preston ignorant go say, my fake too. I just look nice. And sometimes so mine too. So they cop to it. They be wearing fake logos or whatever. So Shanice gets mad and upset and goes upstairs, and she goes in the bathroom and she proceeds to cry. And I felt so bad for her. I really, truly did. And Bria is the one that ends up going upstairs and checking on her, not her good girlfriend, Shanice. Shanice still downstairs drinking and cackalaacking like ain't nothing happened, like she ain't offend this girl or nothing. So Bria was like, are you crying? And she was like, yeah, because who the fuck says that? And she was like, Summer said that? And Bria was like, yeah. So Shanice was like, of course, that she was like, of course because she's stupid. She was like, but I don't have any money and I don't have a job. I don't have any money to buy clothes. So in her confessional, Shanice says that Summer's comment hit her really deep, and it hurt her deep because she says, my job transferred me to Phoenix to Tampa and then fired me. The trip was pre-planned, meaning I knew I had to come film. So I'm here, but I can't do certain things, and Summer knows that. So the fact that you know that she's having financial hardships, but she still wanted to come and do the show and everything, and she making the best out of the worst situation, and then you put her out there on Front Street saying she the worst dresser and stuff, that is real fake. Real fake. You being funny. Like, she just not being a good friend. And like, Summer didn't have this energy last summer, maybe because she came so late into the game. But this season, we're seeing a whole nother side of Lil Hillary Banks, child. And I was like, I ain't liking what I'm seeing, Birdie. Okay? Because you think real highly of yourself, and I need for you to take it several notches down, okay? Funny looking. But anywho, so Summer is like, where is Bria? And Jasmine was like, oh, she went upstairs to go check on Shanice. And she was like, is she really mad? Is she really upset? And they was like, I think she is. Does she get up and go and check on her? No, she still sitting there talking to these people, drinking, and ain't even phased one bit about her friend being upset. Now, I don't know if this is just who she is as a person, or is it because she had a few drinks, but she seems to not really give fucks. Really, honestly, truly. So back upstairs, Noelle then goes and checks on Bria and Shanice to see what's going on. And Bria tells Shanice that you need to tell her you ain't like that. Like, you got a period. So they go downstairs and Shanice runs into Summer. And she was like, are you okay? She was like, yeah, but I didn't like that you said that. And she was like, oh, come here. Now, never once, unless they cut it out, did we see her say, I'm sorry for offending you, hurting your feelings. I was wrong. I'm drunk. I'm tripping. We didn't hear her say any of that, child. So I don't even know how things went back to we partying, we kicking it. Shanice did say she's one of those people that, you know, don't like to stay in that type of negative place, but don't play with me like that, little girl. Please do not play with me like that. And I wish you would have been more firm with Summer about fronting on her in front of everybody, because that ain't cool. So, I did notice though in the truth booth with Noelle, Summer was still shading her. She still was shading the fact that her clothes ain't, you know, in her mind up to par with everybody else's. I was like, yeah, I don't like this. She can go. She can go. She really can. And I'm like, and now I see why Alex tossed to the side. Now I don't feel bad for this, because you really honestly are. So Amir is texting his girlfriend, what do I eat now? And she responds back like, what you mean? Like, it seemed to me like you meant to send it to somebody else. So he goes into his room, was like, FaceTimes her, was like, what you mean? Like chill, like I sent it to you. And she was like, oh, it just seemed like you might have messed up and sent it to somebody else. So whoever this girlfriend of Amir's is, baby girl is so insecure. So insecure. She's controlling, seems like she might have low self-esteem. I don't know. Somebody didn't hurt that girl. She dealing with trauma, but ain't nobody got time for that. Those are all the red flags that he needs to end that relationship immediately, because baby girl got several screws loose. And I understand why the other girls in the house don't even like this chick for real. And I know that she's going to end up coming to the house at some point during the summer. So baby, this is going to be a problem. All right. So while they're on FaceTime, he, you know, tell her, you know, the girls is downstairs dancing and stuff, and that ain't my style. And, you know, down there watching them while they dancing and stuff. And I was like, okay, it ain't your style because you got a girlfriend, but when you didn't have a girlfriend last summer, you was all in it. You know what I'm saying? Don't be acting like ill gross now because you dating this chick. Now, you supposed to respect your woman, of course, and go somewhere and sit down, but that don't mean that you can't still have a good time, you know what I'm saying, or participate. Now, would it have been appropriate for him to be doing the same shit that Nick was doing? Absolutely not, because Nick was straight up looking at Shanice as she was twerking. Shanice put her top down. He just staring at it like he ain't never seen before. And I'm like, have you ever been to a strip club? It's like he ain't never seen a woman's body before. Like, it's so weird to me. And I also think that, you know, even though Shanice is like this free spirit, she do need to calm down with the pulling her top down and all of that type of stuff. Like, be respectful to the fact that these guys in the house are in a relationship. Like, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? But Nick just standing there like, oh, titties. Ooh, breasts. Ooh, can I suck them? Like, he was just being a weirdo. It was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So, we then see Jordan on FaceTime with her father and telling her father how she got a hair deal, like for wigs and weaves and stuff like that. But the gag is she has alopecia. She's had alopecia majority of her life. It's hereditary. She even shows pictures of her hair. And that is, I got to give it to her. That is courageous that she did that, because you know how we as Black women are about our hair, and to show that you're suffering from alopecia to the world, that is a whole nother level of courageous. You know what I'm saying? Just to put it out there, because she didn't have to do that. She could have talked about doing these wig lines and never mentioned the fact that she's suffering from major hair loss. She didn't have to do that, but it's something that she's struggling with, obviously, and it, you know, is something that is wearing on her, because she said to her father that I don't even know if my hair is going to grow back this time, because during this what's the word I'm looking for, outbreak. It ain't outbreak, but y'all know what I mean. The front of her hair fell out. And I was like, dang. And she showed the picture of it too. So I know via the trailer that this is going to be something that really wears on her throughout filming. And she's going to really struggle with this. So I got to give her applause for just putting herself out there like that. So Preston, Summer, and Jordan the next day go to brunch. And in the car on the way there, the girls say that Nick is like all on their body. And production shows flashbacks of Nick in their face, taking photographs, flirting with them, and all types of stuff. And Preston was like, I think he wants to break up with his girlfriend. I think her name was Tasia or something like that. And they was like, yeah, I don't think he want to be with her either. I don't think that he's happy. And it's like, hey, that's what he need to do regardless, because he's not treating this young lady right. He's being super disrespectful, playing in her face. But then I'm looking at her like she a dodo brain, because you set up and watched last season and saw how he was in their face, was DMing them before they got to the house, and you still chose to stay with him. So, hey, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, I guess. You allowed him to treat you that way. So obviously he will not have any respect for you moving forward. Jasmine and Preston, when they get to the restaurant, say that Shanice leaving and running up to her room the night before was theatrical or whatever, basically doing too much. And I didn't agree with that, because her feelings was hurt. And nobody says anything when Bria run upstairs in her room and go crying to her pillow. Like, she actually had reason to be upset. I get this vibe from Jordan and Summer that they are like cliquish, mean girl type girls. And I'm really not feeling it. And Preston is kind of leaning that way too. I'm not going to put him in that category yet, but it was giving me Three Witches. I wasn't feeling it at all. I was like, y'all need to chill. Like, that girl feelings was hurt. She was put on blast by one of her homegirls in front of everybody, and it made her feel bad. You know, it's the reason why we always see that girl in swimsuits, because she ain't got no clothes. You know, I feel bad for the girl. Well, at first I thought she was just being loose, but the girl literally ain't got no clothes. Hopefully she get a deal. Hopefully Old Navy or the Gap or Fashion Nova work with her and she get us some clothes. I hope she blow up for this, because Shanice is a very pretty girl. Very pretty. And she does look better than Summer. Way better than Summer. Like, Summer all right looking, but she ain't nothing to run right home to your mama about. She looked like that one dog. You know that one dog like with the droopy ears that just be looking like mama. I don't even know what kind of dog it is, but that's how she look. Like, she all right, you know, but I guess. But anywho, so the other half of the group went exercising, and Shanice tells the group that she did peep how Summer didn't even come and check on her. So in her confessional, Shanice says, Summer is jealous of me. And I was like, whoa, well, that did escalated real quick. Like, whoa, okay, didn't see that one coming. She says, in Jamaica, I was telling her about the guys I talked to and how they have status. They're not like typical 9-to-5ers. And she was like, how do you talk to these men? And I'm like, what you mean? Like, look at me. Who wouldn't want to hang out with me? Who wouldn't want to date me? Or whatever. So I guess she took offense to her asking, like, how you pulling these men? Or whatever the case may be. I guess she looking at her like, you ain't got no job. You ain't got no clothes. How you pulling these guys? But I mean, she's pretty, especially when she got her makeup done. She has a very outgoing personality. She down to so that's a plus. Like, she leads with sex, it seems like. So it's not that hard to pull a guy when you do that, you know. So Shanice says to the group that Summer is a bully. And I was like, well, this friendship is going down the toilet mighty fast. Now, I don't know if I would consider her a bully. More so, do I consider her a little bit? Yeah. It seemed like this summer she got like a chip on her shoulder for whatever reason. And I need for her to simmer down. After that, Preston, Summer, and Jordan say that they need to speak. They say that Shanice needs to speak up and start saying how she feel about certain situations because she just doesn't really go deep with people. And maybe she's one of those people that don't like to go deep because it can take her to a low place that she does not want to go to. I'm very much like that. I try to avoid sadness at all costs or getting worked up about things because of my anxiety. And when I have really bad anxiety attacks, I will be in the bed for weeks. You know what I'm saying? Can't do anything. And that's not conducive to my lifestyle or my life, period. So maybe she's gone through a lot in life and she chooses to be happy no matter what. You know, maybe she's one of those just overly optimistic, happy-go-lucky people. And there's nothing wrong with that. So Preston was like, how was Alex in bed? And Summertime song, oh, you know, he's a great cuddler and kisser. And they asked Alex the same thing. How was she in bed? He was like, I'm not going to even answer that. But this is my thing with Summer. I call because ain't no way you that mad about a man not being good in bed, not asking you to come to his show in the park or wherever he was singing on the corner for tips. I don't know. But for him to be so bad in bed and just a good cuddler and kisser, I wouldn't have gave two he invited me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I think you're lying. I think you're trying to save face and act like his dick about shit because things ain't go the way you wanted to. And you even said that you had more expectations for what y'all had going on. You said that to that man's face and apologized. But his wasn't about it. Girl, get out of here. You're lying. You're a liar. So, Noelle, we find out, did not hear the first night when Summer said that, you know, how you not going to invite me somebody when you was inside of me? She didn't hear the inside of me comment because she was over there cracking crabs and getting the meat in her eye. So she looking at she looking at Summer now like, why wouldn't you tell me that you slept with him? You making it seem like y'all hung out and it was nothing at all. Go right ahead, girl. Go for it. So, she then confronts Summer about it when she gets back from brunch. And Summer was like, yeah, you know, we did that, but you know, it was what it was. I told you could still talk to him. And she says in her confessional that she was never checking for Alex like that. You're lying because you literally just said it to this man on the yacht that you had more expectations for what was going on between y'all and you were sorry for that. So like, girl, get out of here. So Noelle says to Summer, you know, yeah, I just didn't know that because I don't do that. Like, I don't sleep with guys that my friends have already hooked up with. Like, that's weird. Like, that's gross. Like, come on. And Summer was like, well, you know, to each his own or whatever, you know, with an attitude, I guess, because Noelle was like, that's nasty. Like, you might do that. Okay. But I don't do that. So instead of saying this to her face, Summer in her confessional was like, when you say you and someone hang out, that's like saying we do. And I don't owe you an explanation of what I do with that person if you don't even know that person. And now she's irritated because I didn't tell her enough, but you wanted to pursue the man that I hung out with. And I was like, you would have a point there if you didn't make it seem like y'all kicked it one time. Nothing happened. No emotions. No feelings were there. Nothing happened. No kiss. None of that. Like, y'all kicked it. It was on some friend type stuff. Girl, go ahead. That's how it's coming across to me that she related to Noelle. But Noelle then finds out, yeah, y'all did the Uchi Wally Wally Uchi Bang Bang. He probably had in your throat, hitting your tonsils, and you trying to make me, trying to give me the go ahead to go in behind you so he can then be like, fuck two friends? Absolutely not. Make it make sense, girl. No. So for Summer to then take that stance with a little stank attitude about the situation, if it bothered you that much, or you feel some type of way about her going after somebody you talk to, quote unquote, then you should have told her, no, I don't get down like that. I don't like that. It was something more between me and him, blase, whatever. But I don't think that Noelle is the type of girl that if she said that, yeah, we kicked it, I liked him and all of this type of stuff, that she would have been like, oh, no, girl, I'm good. Like, no. But I really honestly think that Summer made it seem like it was really nothing going on between them. Then we see the guys in the room talking. And Preston tells Nick that, he gets handsy with the girls. And Amir agrees. And he's looking like, huh? What? Me? No. Huh? Like, he's clueless to this. So, Nick was like, well, my girlfriend, she trusts me. She know who I am or whatever. And I was like, well, obviously, because you walk around that house doing the shit like you don't give. So he's now wondering why the girls haven't said anything to him about this. So he goes into Summer's room and Jordan is in there in the bed with her. They taking a nap. And he asks them, like, have I ever made y'all feel uncomfortable? And Summer doesn't say anything at first. Jordan was like, yeah, you do kind of get handsy. And then Summer co-signs it. And he was just standing there and then it goes off. So this episode was really good. It was a lot going on, honey. Yeah, not liking Summer at all. Jordan is giving me cliquish, mean girl type vibes, stank attitude, judging everybody vibes. Preston, I hope he ain't on that type of time, but it's seeming like it. Bria get on my goddamn just breathing. I really like Shanice because she's authentic and she's herself. Jasmine is still over there pretending, child. She don't know what's going on. Alex wanna be John Legend and Nikki Giovanni all wrapped up in one. I can't. Nick is Stephen Urkel 2.0. Amir and his big booty can just go on somewhere because only thing I was excited about was the fact that Phil might be coming back. Phil was the dude from last season that in Nick toilet and basically dared him to say something about it. That was funny as to me. He was funny. He was funny as to me. And I saw that Jasmine asked the house how would they feel if Mariah came to stay. And justice for Mariah, because she was done so wrong. She did nothing to Bria. She did never hit that girl. And Bria put 10 on 20 and they believed her and put that girl out their house for no reason. And we see Bria stomping off like, oh no, how could you dare ask if she could? Off. Like, Mariah better show up this summer or I'm gonna riot. Okay. Overall, I'm going to give this week's episode of Summer's House Martha's Vineyard an A. It was really, really good. I really am enjoying season 2.